Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know the beats.
I don't either.
Yeah.
This four size.
Yeah.
I'm a bigger four.
Ooh. I heard that about you.
Test, 1, 2, test, 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 1, 2, test, 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 1, 2, test, 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 test.
Please be seated. Good morning on this magnificent day. The trustees and faculty of Wheaton College are now declared convened together with the members of the class of 2017, their families, friends, honored guests, and alumni on the occasion of the 182nd graduation exercises for the conferring of degrees. May this indeed be a memorable occasion for everyone, including the class of 1967, as we celebrate our 50th reunion. Rabbi and Professor of Religion Jonathan Brumberg Krause will now offer the invocation. Please rise and remain standing after the invocation for the singing of the Wheaton hymn. Thank you.
Morning. A reflection on the sun, Surah 91 from the Quran. In the name of mercy and compassion, because God knows these days we need it, by the sun that rises each day and brightens us with hope in the dark, by the darkness inside and out that bounds who we are and who we are not and blissfully blurs the lines, by the nights we have stayed up to work and to play, sometimes alone, sometimes with others, by the companions who supported us and betrayed us, who were indifferent and loved us, by the aha moments we tasted in the woods, in the studio, in the lab, on the stage, in the classroom, at the table, on the road, in the water, on the fields and courts, in conversations and in silence. By our teachers, parents, siblings, and co-workers, friends, mentors, and sustainers of all sorts, and by our own efforts and self-revelations that brought us here today. By the wholeness who is greater than the sum of all her, his, their, or its manifold and opposing parts. Let us feel and express the gratitude welling up inside of us that we have finally come to this day. In my Jewish religious tradition, we have a prayer to acknowledge sacred moments of transitions like this. First, I will recite it in the ancient Hebrew, words of my tradition, and then in an English version inspired by the words of my teacher, mentor, and friend, Vereen Parnell. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehachianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Our praise to you, Spirit of good endings and better beginnings, of homecomings and life launchings, whose name is also wisdom, for giving us life, sustaining us, and enabling us to reach this time.
Thank you, Jonathan. Deanna Biddy, class of 2017, will lead us in the singing of the Wheaton hymn. Deanna.
We praise thee, Lord.
Thank you, Deanna. Please be seated. Let me add my welcome to this joyous occasion. This is truly a landmark day. All the group projects, research papers, late nights studying in the library, the early morning classes, study abroad experiences, internships and service projects. You, class of 2017, you did it all. Congratulations, class of 2017. You are an amazing group. You have learned and grown and done exceptionally well these last 4 years, and we are here to celebrate your many accomplishments. But this is not your celebration alone. We have honored guests whose exceptional achievements we will pay tribute to today, and many others to thank for their contributions to Wheaton and to the world, including the distinguished members of our Board of Trustees who have joined me on the dais. Let's hear it for our Board of Trustees. Yeah. Let me start with the parents and families of our graduates, to whom I extend a special welcome and thanks. You entrusted us with your students' education, and it has been our privilege to get to know them, to help them discover their passions, to be their advisor, coach, and friend. You were their first teachers, and you set them on the path that has brought them to this moment. So this is a celebration for you, too. What do you say, members of class of 2017? Join me in thanking your families. To our alumni and alumni, we are glad you are here. I want to extend a special welcome to the one member of the class of 1947, who is here celebrating her 70th reunion, Janet McClure-Lyman. Janet. It's so special that you are here with us. We are so glad to have you among us. Altogether, more than 500 alumni are on campus for commencement and reunion. You hail from 30 states and a number of countries, from Switzerland and Belgium to China and Australia. Your many accomplishments in the world exemplify the breadth and talent of the Wheaton community. In addition, some alumni join us today, not for reunion, but to witness a child, a grandchild, or other family member graduate today. Thank you, especially for making our college a family tradition. To Wheaton's amazing faculty, your energy, enthusiasm, and expertise makes all the difference for our students. Thank you. Wheaton's ability to offer a great liberal arts education begins with you, dedicated teachers and renowned scholars, scientists, performers, and artists. I want to especially thank one professor who will be graduating with you this year after a distinguished teaching career, Sue Standing, Professor of English and Poet in Residence. Thank you for all you've done for Wheaton, Sue Standing. And a couple other faculty shout-outs to Delita Cathcart, who was honored with the Faculty Appreciation Award by the senior class. Congratulations, well-deserved. Jeffrey Collins, Professor of Geology, who has been appointed to the Boyan Hamlin Jennings Chair in Natural Sciences. And Catherine Tomasek, who was recently appointed full Professor of History. Congratulations to you all. To Wheaton's staff, who are all around us today, making this day possible, your contributions to our students' education are many and varied, from the advice and support you offer students to the myriad tasks you perform to maintain this campus as a beautiful and vibrant learning community. Thank you. To the class of 2017, soon you will walk across this stage diploma in hand, ready for new adventures. You will take with you all the knowledge and skills and perspective that you earned in the past 4 years, from English, German, and studio art to chemistry, sociology, and economics, and you are headed to exciting new places, outstanding jobs, top graduate schools, public service, and world travel. I know you will do many great things, just as you have done here. It's been my privilege and my pleasure to watch you in action, improving campus in so many ways. Along those lines, I want to take a moment to acknowledge how generous you have been with your time and philanthropy. More than half of you contributed to the senior class gift. In fact, I'm told you have set a new record for giving by a senior class. Congratulations on achieving that goal. Thanks for that, and most especially to senior class gift committee co-chairs Kelvin Kwaku Ampam Darku, Rebecca Smith, and Tiffany Torres. Thank all three of you. There are a few members of the class of 2017 who might actually be watching right now from York, Pennsylvania. There are 6 senior members of the Wheaton College baseball team who cannot be here because they are continuing to win in the NCAA National Championship Tournament. I emailed them and told them to tune in right now. Their next game is against number 1 seed Johns Hopkins this afternoon, so they need our support even though we're not there. So on 3, a big, loud, go Lions. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go Lions! Oh, this crowd can do better. Ready? One more time. 1, 2, 3. Go Lions! Mark Brumal, Jack Font, Zach Goodwin-Boyd, Josh LaJoy, Joey Santagate, and Justin Seller, we know you're here in spirit. We wish you the best of the luck and are rooting for you as you compete to move on to the next level of the National Championship Tournament. Today, class of 2017, your families and friends join us in celebrating all that you have achieved, as well as all that you can and will do in the future. Simply, bravo, class of 2017. It's now my pleasure to call on Marissa Verasso, president of the senior class, for her greetings.
Welcome and good morning, faculty, staff, family, and friends. And to the class of 2017, congrats on completing your final Wheaton obligation of making it to your graduation seat on time. Standing here, I cannot help but to think back 4 years ago when we were first completing our Wheaton obligation as freshmen, sitting in Haas. Thank goodness we're not there now. Much like today, many of our family members and friends were sitting close by while we sat together. Some of them secretly crying, others crying not so secretly while we were welcomed into the world of Wheaton College. During that ceremony, we were told some of the accomplishments of the class of 2017 upon graduating high school. Some of us were talented athletes, members of our high school student governments, and others graduated at the top of our classes. Many of us are from different states, in different countries. We spoke the languages of our families and had unique life experiences that led us to converge upon the same path. While this list was being read, I remember sitting in that audience, looking around at my fellow classmates, feeling impressed and intimidated. I still feel like that right now. Weeks later, I realized my intimidation was completely valid as I sat in classes and listened to my highly opinionated classmates begin their collegiate journeys. As time went on, I continued to meet more people. And I also realized that as a class, we're kind of weird. We all, true. We all picked Norton, Massachusetts as the place where we would foster our creativity and intellect. Woo! Yet our quirky characteristics, secret talents, and innovative perspectives made this a fun and amazing place. Our differences do not divide us, but rather have brought us together. As a community, we have endured successes, failures, changes, and growth, and we have become the class of 2017. Throughout the past 4 years, we have each developed in so many different ways, but common to all of us is the dynamic experience of being a Wheaton student. The accomplishments that once graced our common applications and first resumes have long been replaced by many new achievements that have been made possible because of everyone in the audience. When we talk about community, we often talk about the idea of building community, but rarely do conversations ever evolve around the maintenance of a community across time and space. After today, this group of 370 students will go our separate ways, taking our knowledge and leadership skills with us. As graduates of the class of 2017, we have a responsibility to each other and to ourselves to pursue our passions, accomplish our goals, and fight for what we believe in. We have powerful voices that will not be silenced if we continue to support each other and believe in each other. We came together from different places, and I believe that we can stay together as we go different places once again. Thank you, class of 2017, for the friendships and memories and laughs, especially the laughs. The lessons we have learned and the laughs that we have had will stay with us even when we will not physically be here. As you walk across the stage, think of the people who have made your journey possible. Remember to thank your family and friends, faculty and staff, because we all have created this experience together. Congratulations, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, Marissa, and thank you to all the members of this class of 2017 for your leadership and your many accomplishments. We shall now proceed to the conferring of honorary degrees. Unfortunately, honorary degree recipient Russell L. Goings is unable to be with us today. However, we intend to go on with honoring him this morning. He may even be watching. He emailed me this morning, and I told him how to connect. At a later date, we will be presenting him with his degree in person. I'd like to call upon Trustee Carrie Edwards now to present the honorary degree Doctor of Laws.
Every great institution starts with an idea, relying on motivated people to make it reality. You, Russell L. Goings, have guided many institutions to excellence throughout your career, a career in which you have pushed past barriers and excelled at seeing the potential in ideas of all kinds. One such institution is Essence Magazine, which was born in your office nearly 50 years ago. You raised the capital to launch the publication and served as its first chairman. You were also an early supporter of the Studio Museum in Harlem, becoming one of its first chairmen. Your ability to spot good ideas served you well as a stockbroker in New York City, where you guided the Harlem branch of investment firm Shearson, Hamel and Company to become the most profitable in the company. You eventually took ownership of that branch, which became First Harlem Securities, and earned a seat on the New York Stock Exchange. Later, you turned a nose for business into an eye for talent, becoming an art collector and dealer. Those works inspired your writing, including your epic, celebrated poem, The Children of Children Keep Coming, which highlights the rich, complicated history of African Americans in the United States. For all the ideas you have nurtured, for the institutions you have helped to create, and for the beauty you have brought to light, Russell L. Goings, we present you with this Honorary Doctor of Laws.
Russell, if you're listening, by the authority vested in me by the trustees and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I hereby confer upon Russell L. Goings the honorary degree Doctor of Laws and admit him to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Thank you, Carrie. Trustee Polly Bryson, class of 79, will now present Susan Stockberg, class of 67, for the honorary degree Doctor of Laws.
Leaders give back. Those are your words, Susan Schiffer Stockberg, and for you, they're clearly more than a slogan. They are words to live by. You have drawn on your many successes as an author, journalist, government official, entrepreneur, and corporate and nonprofit director to promote equality in the boardrooms around the globe. You earned the title of leader by blazing new trails. The first woman to head a Washington, D.C. television news bureau, the first journalist to be chosen as a White House fellow, the first entrepreneur to combine publishing with a speaker's bureau, and a director and advisor for numerous organizations, from Merrill Lynch and Microsoft to the U.S. Commission on Presidential Scholars. You have authored 7 books, written numerous articles for publications such as the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times, and shared your knowledge on network TV at major conferences around the world. And your work to ensure that women have equal access to corporate and nonprofit boardrooms is making a real difference for women and the world. You founded some of the most influential organizations to advance this cause, including Women Corporate Directors with 76 chapters worldwide, Tara and the Belizean Grove. To quote you once again, we need the best people, not best friends, sitting around the boardroom table. It is with great respect and admiration for the energy and vision you bring to promoting equality that we present to you, Susan Schiffer Stockberg, this Honorary Doctor of Laws.
By the authority vested in me by the trustees and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I hereby confer upon you the honorary degree Doctor of Laws and admit you to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Thank you very much. Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, President Hanno, Wheaton trustees and faculty, the class of 1967 and the class of 2017, for this extraordinary honor, which 50 years ago, none of us could have imagined. Like today's graduating class, I wanted the speeches to be over so I could go out into the world, which Wheaton helped prepare me for. The 60s were transformative. On campus, my goal as social chairman was to create a two-party system, one Friday night, one Saturday night. The best thing about the good old days is I wasn't good and I wasn't old. Meanwhile, though, off campus, the Vietnam War, the assassination of President Kennedy and other leaders, The civil rights, women's rights, gay rights, student rights, and riots changed everything. The professors and administrators of our college taught both the importance of asking articulate questions and how to listen to the answers, which led to my early career in television journalism. Covering Watergate was frustrating, but I learned to direct my anger towards problems, not people, to focus energy on answers, not excuses. So I switched to try and make changes in government, and later created organizations to help women both succeed, make a difference in their organizations, in the world, and for the world. Diverse perspectives are needed the most at times of uncertainty. Decision-making groups comprised of both men and women have constantly shown to outperform groups comprised only of men. The world needs women to play a far stronger role. Leaders who are diverse, multi-generational, multi-regional, multinational, and multicultural, with energy, intelligence, and integrity. With the world at an economic crossroads, we need to develop leaders with the courage to see the world realistically, but with the audacity and the skill set to reimagine and rebuild both. We need performance, not promises. Rhetoric cannot become a substitute for, instead of a prelude to action. And last night I was asked to sort of share a sample story of how we do make changes around the world. So let me just share with you our first conference in Latin America in March in Chile. President Bachelet came and women directors came from all over the world. The head of the stock exchange called and said, we'd like to have women for the first time ring the bell at Chilean Stock Exchange. I said, we can't do that. The stock exchange is 11 white men. You put a woman on the board of the stock exchange, we'll come ring a bell. He called back a day later and said, well, we can't get it done the next month, but we promise you that by the time that you ring that bell, we will have a woman nominated, will you ring the bell? And we did, and now there's a woman on the board of the Chilean Stock Exchange. Now in the tradition of commencements, yet realizing that brevity, as I call it, makes banquets, love affairs, and graduations bearable, let me briefly share for the class of 2017 a few thoughts and quotations which have inspired me. You're freer at this moment than you'll be for years. Be open to whatever opportunities that you can take. You never know what path to follow or what the hidden lessons will be. When something is important enough, you should do it, even if the odds aren't in your favor. To make your way to the corner office or wherever you want to be a success, build trust, deep relationships, and create your own networks that will help you along the way. You need to control your own destiny, or someone else will. The more diverse our experiences and knowledge, the more connections our brains and hearts can make. And the greatest use of life is to spend it for something that's going to outlast it. There's only one way around criticism: do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. If life is not about waiting for the storms to pass, but about learning how to dance in the rain. The secret of change is to focus your energy not on building the old, but on building the new. If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. And as you progress, your assumptions are your windows in the world. Scrub them off every once in a while. Be able to sort of see and let the light in. On matters of style, swim with the current. But on matters of principle, stand like a rock. And every exit is an entrance someplace else. In closing, my warmest congratulations. I hope you'll find the will to do, the strength to dare, and find work worth doing. As Ralph Waldo Emerson counseled, do not follow where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Thank you. Godspeed.
Thank you and congratulations again, Susan. I will now present Tom Sanderson, class of '92, for the honorary degree Doctor of Laws. Albert Einstein once said, "Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. You work toward that end, Thomas M. Sanderson, by gathering and analyzing the actions and strategies of terrorists. You shed light on the forces arrayed against peace and security. As Director and Senior Fellow at the Center for Strategic and International Studies, you lead an ongoing investigation of terrorism, insurgency movements, and global crime. To advance knowledge, you travel the globe to interview foreign fighters, government and military officials, and other experts. In all, you have worked in more than 70 nations, from Syria, Iraq, and Afghanistan to Libya and Nigeria, gathering vital information to guide the fight against terrorism. The findings that you and your colleagues produce inform policymakers, the intelligence community, the news media, and the general public. Your work has appeared in many publications, including The Economist, The New York Times, and The Washington Post, and you share your insights on network news and public conferences and at closed briefings. In every venue, your curiosity, integrity, and ability to build and sustain relationships fosters understanding. We see your skill in all these areas through your unstinting generosity to the extended Wheaton community, from fellow alumni and friends to current students and faculty. It is with deep appreciation for the excellence you bring to studying one of our world's most urgent threats to peace that we present you, Thomas M. Sanderson, with this honorary Doctor of Laws. By the authority vested in me by the trustees in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I hereby confer upon you the honorary degree, Doctor of Laws, and admit you to all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
President Hanno, I will only go off script just a little bit. We sat in my office in Washington, D.C., and he encouraged me not to go too far off script. But I do have a script here, but I just want to make a comment before I get into my formal remarks, and that is, as President Hanno and I were walking in this incredibly perfect day at this wonderful institution that is a part of my family, I noticed the unbelievable diversity of the crowd, of the students. And it reminded me of a very important moment in my life, which was on probably the 1,000th occasion I flew into Washington Dulles Airport after a trip. And as I walked up into the line divides, Americans and Canadians to the right, and then all other international visitors to the left. And as I stood in the American and Canadian line, I turned around and looked at the crowd behind me of Americans, almost all Americans, and then at the crowd of all of the international visitors. And it struck me in an incredible way. Both crowds looked exactly alike, which was really amazing to see the American crowd match the international crowd. And that gave me an incredible feeling. That was probably 5 years ago. And given the anti-immigration rhetoric that we've heard a lot about in the last few months and couple of years, it just made me feel so good as an American to see that and to see the diversity, and I see it right out here in front of me, and I know this is an international crowd. You're here in America, welcome. I know many of you may be leaving, but it's been great to have your contributions here in the United States and at Wheaton College, so thank you for that. So once again, thank you, President Hanno, Wheaton trustees, class of 1967 and the class of 2017 for this extraordinary honor. Oh, hold on, we're not up in mine yet. And to the class of, my beloved class of 1992, and to the rest of Wheaton College family here today. Thank you, class of 1992. See you everywhere. And congratulations, graduates. What an accomplishment to make it through 4 years of papers, exams, internships, and gym class. Thank you again, President Hanno. This is such an honor for me, and I'm tremendously grateful for it. President Hanno, I'd like to highlight that you have demonstrated superb leadership during some difficult times for our nation, and I applaud you and the school for establishing a refugee scholarship here at Wheaton. Thank you very much. I'm also greatly humbled to join my fellow honorary degree recipients, Russell Goings, who's watching us online, and Susan Stoutberg, Wheaton class of 1967. And after hearing what both of them have done, I realize I've got a lot to do in the next 25 years. So many of my classmates could be in my shoes today. I have been impressed and so proud of what the class of 1992 has accomplished. Thank you to my wonderful mom and dad who put me through Wheaton, and to my brothers and sisters who have supported me throughout my life and were all here with me 25 years ago today. And I'm now joined by my sister Holly and brother David. I would like to dedicate today's remarks to my late and dear brother, Larry Sanderson, Jr. Finally, let me recognize Professor Emerita Darlene Borowiak. Among the many remarkable professors I had on campus, none equaled the impact of this amazing person. Thank you, Darlene. Late August 1988 was a time of great change for Wheaton College. A bright-eyed group of young men and women entered this beautiful campus as first-year students in every sense of the word, but most importantly in that we represented the first coeducational class at Wheaton. We looked upon the upper-class women with awe, respect, and a little bit of fear. Seriously. But they treated us well and took us into the Wheaton family. And today, many of us have lifelong friends among those women who also made the transition with us. We felt an immediate bond with this storied institution that opened its doors as a female seminary in 1834 and as a four-year liberal arts college in 1912. I take great pride in Wheaton's history and in its role in providing a transformative experience to all who come here to learn. But coeducation was not the only dramatic change that Wheaton students would experience. We all sat in dormitory parlors on November 9, 1989, as pickaxes and bare hands brought down the Berlin Wall, revealing the stunned faces of East German border guards who, like everyone around the globe, realized that a new day was dawning. Living just a few miles behind that wall in the east was an irrepressible 39-year-old chemist named Angela Kosner, who today is Germany's deeply respected Chancellor, Angela Merkel. This was all incredibly exciting for me. Like graduating seniors today, I chose Wheaton for many reasons, but the most important among them was that Wheaton offered an international relations major. I was fortunate in that I knew what I wanted to do at an early age. The year was 1983, and I was jolted awake to the drama of the Cold War when, in the span of 6 weeks, the Soviet Union shot down a commercial airliner that strayed into its airspace, and the U.S. lost 241 Marines in a single terrorist bombing in Beirut, Lebanon. I was afraid, but intensely drawn to what I saw on TV, and I wanted to know more. Coursework and student activities at Wheaton fed my interest in countless ways. Classes on American, Chinese, and Soviet foreign policy and on post-colonial Africa illuminated the actors, strategies, and issues defining the global landscape. I absolutely loved this learning environment and could not wait to take the next step. Professors Malepe, Wilson, Nash, and Borowiak helped us understand a global environment that was changing right under our feet. Only 6 months before we graduated, the Soviet Union dissolved and 15 new nations emerged. I recognize as well that for the class of 2017, the ground is shifting under your feet, not only abroad, but here at home. My Wheaton education carried me to Washington, D.C. for a few years and then on to graduate school at Tufts University. I re-entered the professional world in 1998, right as Al-Qaeda struck two American embassies in East Africa. The September 11 attacks then loudly punctuated my career in all of our lives in 2001. Once again, I was witnessing a dramatic transformation, only now I was directly involved with the issue. Soon thereafter, I moved on to the Center for Strategic and International Studies. What I learned at Wheaton remains an important part of my professional and personal foundation. Perhaps like some of those in the class of 2017, the first international students I met were here at Wheaton. Equally as important as that international exposure was the intellectual curiosity that Wheaton fostered, and which opened me to different perspectives. That proved fundamental to my future work. In the last 15 years, I've interviewed thousands of actors across 70 countries and recognized that everyone has something to say, and it's important to listen and engage. Over the past 4 years at Wheaton, you have no doubt learned many things. Some of the most important things I have learned over the past 25 years include hard work pays off. Now, I learned that at Wheaton for sure, and that's old hat to you now, but it merits mentioning. It is so important. The harder you work, the more you will accomplish. Writing, just throw words on the page. Do not wait for perfection to appear. Struggling in mistakes. Things can get bad, but there is always a way forward. I've made many mistakes, but every day has a new dawn, and you can move forward. Alternative views. Get fresh, diverse eyes on your writing, your ideas, and on your plans. Humility and personal responsibility. They are indispensable in life. Show up. You will miss remarkable people and opportunities if you do not. Plan A and Plan B. Our world is complex. There's no consequence-free Plan A, and there's not often a Plan B. Go with your decision and then repair and refine once you are underway. Prepare. And here's where I'll go off script just a little bit here. Spring break, senior year, 1992. My best friend and I, Steve Larkin and I, go to Washington, D.C. to try to find jobs. Now, Stephen prepared. I did not. And we got out of the metro on Capitol Hill, and I was very close to tears. I can tell you, I was so upset with myself for not preparing. Stephen walked off to his appointments. I walked to Union Station, went to a payphone, and grabbed a phone book. You may not know what those things are, but they are devices and resources of an older time. And I actually just went through, looked up foreign affairs organizations, and cold called them right there and got interviews that afternoon. Do not do that, okay? I got lucky. I got an internship for $6 an hour at the Citizens Network for Foreign Affairs in Washington. A man known for providing, recognized that as a moment to curry favor with him and replied with some of the few Arabic words that I knew. Shukran Ustad. Thank you, teacher. Thank you, professor. It was a moment to show respect and to recognize someone's value no matter their background. Another memorable moment came in Tajikistan in 2009. By the way, when I started to mention places like Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan to some people in my travels in the US, they insisted that I made up those countries. That was shocking to me. In 2009, I entered a ramshackle airport with my colleague in Dushanbe to fly up to Central Asia's volatile Fergana Valley. As my colleague and I walked through a non-working metal detector, and there are many around the world, the security guard said to me, "Gun, bomb, drug?" Not knowing whether having those in my possession made me a threat or rather a legitimately equipped passenger, I said no, and he let me on the flight. Needless to say, we did a lot of eyeballing to see who went along for that ride. So what is on the horizon for the class of 2017? Well, more risk and opportunity than you can imagine. The former UK Foreign Secretary William Hague made an important observation in 2014 in that the world was experiencing systemic disorder. We weren't having flare-ups inside of an order, we had systemic disorder. The alarm bell for that disorder sounded when we watched the Berlin Wall fall in November 1989. The culprits are many, but bad government invite innovation.
So Wheaton College class of 2017, it's almost your time. In just a few minutes, each of you will walk across this stage and receive an important piece of paper that represents the culmination of all your work here at Wheaton College. That precious piece of paper is something that I'm sure you will treasure, that you will look at with pride many times in the future, and that will hopefully serve to remind you often that you are part of a very special community. In just a few minutes, everything is about to change as you transition from a student at Wheaton College to an alumna or alumnus of Wheaton College. My question to you is, are you sure you want to do this? I'm not seeing much answer out there. Are you sure you want to do this? It's equally hard for us as faculty and staff here at Wheaton to see you go. You have become a big part of our lives, and you have shaped and changed us, surely almost as much as we have shaped and changed you. There isn't a member of this graduating class that hasn't left a mark in some way on each other, on the institution, and on the people you leave behind here. You've done it with the discussions you had in our classes, through living together in the residence halls, by participating and leading the many student organizations that shape our campus culture, and simply by interacting and having fun with each other and with us. So in the future, when you look at that diploma you are about to receive, I hope that its biggest effect on you is to remind you of the people who are on this journey with you together. The people who shaped you and the people whom you shaped. I always get nostalgic at graduations because I too have been shaped by you and have fond memories of the many interactions that I've had with you. I don't get a diploma like you do to remember this day, but believe it or not, I do keep every one of the commencement booklets from the many graduations I've attended. And as weird and corny as it may sound, I take them out from time to time, look over the pages and the names, and reflect on the memories that I have and wonder what people have gone on to achieve. So when I look through this year's booklet, what are some of the things that I will think about? I'll think of the quiet dedication of people like Bridget Nicholson, who devoted so much of her spare time here to working with best buddies and whose heart of gold shines through at everything she does. And she helped pin my outfit together today, so thank you, Bridget. So, I'll remember Emery Manjuli and Rachel Kowalski. Yeah. Coming out on a summer night in Hartford to join me in greeting new Wheaton students and learning about all the amazing things that they contribute to this campus and through their leadership in the phone-a-thon and admissions, respectively, and so many other ways. I'll always treasure that now throwback dimple diver t-shirt that Sam Hickson gave me. Soon after I arrived on this campus. It will always be my favorite. I love that Dunkin' Donut emblem. And you and your graduating dimple divers have entertained us in so many ways. Thank you for all that you've done. I'll miss talking to Nakia Leach about the latest Facebook message that her grandmother has sent me. In fact, Grandma, I hope we finally meet. Lillian Grandjean. Lillian, where are you sitting? Lillian, where are you? Over here by the chapel? All right. I'll see you after commencement, all right? Got one yesterday from her. I'll wonder who will pick up for Josh Kelly, who has been instrumental in rejuvenating Wheaton's model United Nations and who has been one of the biggest promoters of productive political dialogue on this campus I have ever seen. He's made it a three-party system. I'll reminisce about things like the fantastic Red Sox game that I attended with Sierra Padilla and Courtney Roque just a few weeks ago. By the way, happy birthday, Courtney. I'll think about that huge smile and the infectious happiness and good humor that smile caused me every time I bumped into Claire Bowman on campus. You know that smile. And I'll always fondly remember how I actually schooled superstar athletes Mary DeMora and Morgan Walsh in just about every arcade game at disorientation during senior week. Their condition was no excuse. I still kicked their butts. But Morgan's Nana Lucy, who's here all the way from Florida, certainly deserves the shout out I promised. So thanks for being here, Nana Lucy. And while we're on the subject of grandparents, Bjorg Texel's grandmother, Anna Grata, has returned to the U.S. for her graduation. She deserves a special mention. She's here all the way from Denmark, and it's her first time back in the U.S. since 1960. Welcome back to the U.S. Don't listen to Tom. Nothing has changed since 1960. Yeah. I'll worry, when I look through the list, I'll worry about how I will survive without great people like Victoria Domogalski, Samantha Hines, and Haley Knight working events in the President's House. You've almost become members of the family. What will we do without you? Come back often, and you won't even have to serve the food. So, I'll think about the graduating seniors who've traveled with me to Ghana and Rwanda and the amazing adventures we had there together. To Emily Burke, Renee LaFleur, Hannah Gasparoni, Natalie Glazer, Nakia Leach, Silu Lin, Rebecca Maitland, Julie McCouche, Ian Opalich, thank you for making my passion your passion. I'll continue to marvel at the many national and international award winners among this group, and they grow every day. But especially I'll think about our 2 Watson winners, Kwaku Ampum Darko and Liam Grace Flood. And our Aussie Genius Award winner, Claudine Humare, all the way from Rwanda. These 3 in particular inspire me every single day, and I will continue to be inspired by you. I'll think about the front row, all of the class officers and student government officers, what they've achieved. A special shout out to the 2 presidents, Marissa Verasso and Katie Elliott. And to Cynthia Mercedes, who's worked with me on the Council for Inclusion and Diversity. Your leadership on this campus, all of you, your leadership has made a difference. And I'll smile when I think about Michael Ivory, rightly earning the Martin Luther King Legacy Award this year for the amazing work he has done to create a better campus climate for us all. I'll remember the many games and athletic events I got to enjoy. Too many amazing athletes and performances to mention. But this is a mention of envy, because as I walked through the row of students, there was one person with more bling on than me, and that's Emily Gustafson, who earned All-American honors in indoor track and was named our Conference Track Athlete of the Year. She is a shining example of what student athletes do both inside and outside the Wheaton classroom. Thank you to all the student athletes for what you do for Wheaton. And then finally, when I glance across the names of Amanda Benegas, Amanda and also Ian Curran, you may ask, what do they have in common? Who will I pick on when you're gone? You have served as adequate sparring mates. You know, I won most of the time. And I hope you have trained some successors to take your place, because I will miss that sparring and that fun engagement. You will be hard to replace. These are just few of the many memories that will stay with me about this amazing class of 2017. I have loved every minute of working with you and getting to know you. Every day, you remind me of why this is a special place. It's the special people who are here now and who stay connected even after they leave who make this place special. Don't ever forget that. It's about the people. It's about the people. Hold on to the memories that you have made for yourself here. I assure you, I will hold on to the memories I have of you. Now, let's make one more memory together. It's time for me to hand you a diploma and for you to graduate. We will move now to the conferring of earned degrees. Provost Renee White will present the candidates.
By the authority vested in me by the trustees and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I confer upon each of you the degree of Bachelor of Arts and declare you to be entitled to all the rights, privileges, and honors pertaining to that degree. In testimony thereof, and as evidence that you have fulfilled the requirements, the trustees grant you the diploma of Wheaton College.
And don't worry, I was supposed to read that, but I agree 100% with Renee White. So, Dean of Students Kate Kenny will now present the graduates.
For those who may not have found it yet, since this has been one thing I've done all week, this is my last and final chance. You have water under your seat. If you have not done that, I encourage you to do so because you're in the sun. The first group to come will be the SGA Executive Board and the class officers of the class of 2017. Marissa Lynn Verasso, President, magna cum laude. Forrest Leo Sung, Vice President. Aisha Alicia Dumbuya, Secretary. Allie Mariah Taylor, Treasurer. Kelly Annette Ledoux, Class Representative. Kelvin Kweku Empamdarko, Class Gift Co-Chair, magna cum laude. Rebecca Ann Smith, Class Gift Co-Chair. Tiffany Torres, Class Gift Co-Chair. Kathleen A. Moore, magna cum laude. Catherine Ellen Elliott, SGA President. Alexander Weaver Gim Fain, SGA Vice President. Cynthia Raquel Mercedes, Intercultural Board Chair. Emma Catherine Metzger, Programming Council Chair, cum laude. Kimberly Aaliyah Nestor, Student Alumni Council Chair. Katrina Alden, cum laude. Lily Allen, cum laude. Lydia Clark Allen. Samuel Thomas Allen. Abdulatif Ibrahim Asalam. Khaled Ziad Al-Sudairi. Jenish Amatia. Chloe Jane Anderson. Caitlin Marie Andrade. Jesse Lava Aronson. Sienna Rose Arpey. Lily Swashin Atwood, cum laude. Zachary Nathan Auerbach Broad, cum laude. Amanda Brianna Benegas. Jessica DeJesus Barros. Alexandra Brooke Barrow. Kelly Reed Bayless. Michelle Lynn Beauvais, magna cum laude. Amy Catherine Berquist, magna cum laude. Emily Taylor Burke. Amelia Catherine Berry. Timothy Patrick Berry. Deanna Michelle Biddy, cum laude. Giovanna Marie Bishop. Sophia Elizabeth Black. Emily Wills Blanchard, magna cum laude. Raymond Scott Bliss. Anna Stebbins Blumenthal, cum laude. Emily Alice Bodell, magna cum laude. Claire Morrow Bowman. Jessica Ann Borbo. Emily Page Bouthelette. David Whitaker Bowen. Costas Bradley. Amanda Marie Cavenna Brazel, summa cum laude. Paige Marie Berger, magna cum laude. Jack Conway Brotherton. Zachariah Ryan Brown, cum laude. Darcy Jenna Bruce. Michael Christopher Brumel Jr., baseball. Casey Ray Buckholtz, magna cum laude. Camille Georgette Buffington, magna cum laude. Alora Jeanette Buxton, magna cum laude. Taylor Lee Caggiano. Yicheng Tao, cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Karen. Rachel Margaret Carvel. Lauren Marie Chamberlain, magna cum laude. Alanafe Teresa Chanza. Emmanuel Wandaka Chege. Ishan Chen, cum laude. Yua Chen. Austin Bradford Childs. Jason Choi. Benjamin Ari Christopher, cum laude. Danielle Shaw Simino. Jessica Marie Cochran. Megan Colleen Cochran. Colin Michael Coco. Gabrielle Yona Cohn. Brooke Ann Collard. Graydon Cook. Nicholas Daniel Corbett, magna cum laude. Caroline Matilda Costa. Asitan Kulabali. Anna Inga Craig, cum laude. Nadia Ruth Cromwell. Wei Chu. Ian Patrick Curran, cum laude. Benjamin Montague Cutler. Quentin Bruce Dale. Christina Danga. Julia Marie Daniels, magna cum laude. Sophia Corinne Darby, summa cum laude. Neethi David. Graham Leslie Davidson. Richard Blair Davies III. Kevin Joseph Davis. William Lang Davison. Danielle Marie De La Grange. Mary Porter Demora. Eleanor Jane Dennison. Patrick Andrew Danuccio. Kyle Ronald John Canine. Matthew Randall Dickey. Danielle Lillian Dickinson, magna cum laude. Victoria Grace Domogowski, magna cum laude. Ashley Michelle Donovan. Justin Slaughter Doty. Eleanor Elizabeth Dow. Audrey Elizabeth Du Bois, magna cum laude. Marion Roberdeau Du Bois. Shakira Tamika Dunbar. Demetra Athena Edwards. Kulacha Uchakanachai, magna cum laude. Samuel Kenneth Evans. Aubrey Elizabeth Fagan, cum laude. Caroline Victoria Fairbanks. Gung Yu Fang, magna cum laude. John Alexander Fant, baseball, cum laude. Kayla Heather Fight. Jili Fang, magna cum laude. Natalie Maurice Fernandez. Arislaide Fernandez. Sydney Lee Farrell. Jennifer Marie Fiali, cum laude. Matthew J. Filardo. Alicia Lauren Flaxman. Gerard Willard Fredette. Jonathan Robert Friedman. Alexander Joseph Gafford, cum laude. Amelia Judith Gage, cum laude. Frederick Wilson Garneau. Hannah Rose Gasparoni, magna cum laude. Rory Bradford Paul Jumaine, cum laude. Emily Rose Gerard. Natalie Zhao Glazier. Zachary William Goodwin Boyd, baseball. Emily Sophie Kristen Gordon. Sarah Nicole Gould, summa cum laude. Liam Alonzo Grace Flood, magna cum laude. Elise Seymour Grape, cum laude. Peter Andrews Green, magna cum laude. Samuel Jacob Green. Lauren Rose Grocott, summa cum laude. Ellen Mary Galesian. Kaylin Hunter Gerneri, magna cum laude. Emily Lundell Gustafson. Allison Jean Guzzetti. Charlotte Louise Hall, magna cum laude. Holly Marie Hamlin, cum laude. Zhao Han. Adnan Al Hassan. Alexander Aaron Topez Hatcher. Rachel Elizabeth Hawes, cum laude. Wenchen Ho, cum laude. Selena Lee Helmreich. Amanda Nancy Herzog, summa cum laude. Samuel Michael Hickson, cum laude. Devin Philip Higgins. Samantha Ellen Hines. Allison Hemphill Heinrichs. Aaliyah Rose Ming Holland. Alec Jordan Horwitz. Ulipen Frank Hu, magna cum laude. Hasu Huang. Zhenyi Huang, magna cum laude. Catherine Sape Humphrey. Claudine Humore. Kimberly Susan Huntress, cum laude. Michael Allen Ivory, cum laude. Abigail Mary Jackson. Eric Michael Jansen. Andrea Jalaska. Yi Hong Tin, cum laude. Jordana Page Joy, cum laude. Samantha Lynn Kaplan. Joshua Steele Kelly, cum laude. Rebecca Elizabeth Lasani Kerner. Marine Saida Khan. Alyssa McKenna Klam. Haley Ann Knight, cum laude. Nestle Cohen. Rachel Olivia Kowalski, cum laude. Jessica Lynn Kruger, summa cum laude. Benjamin Westmont Cuddle. Nicole Emily Labreche, cum laude. Christopher Thomas Laffin, cum laude. Renee Olivia LaFleur. Joshua Michael LaJoy, baseball. Todd James Lambert. Emily Taylor Lambiers. Wendy Ruth Landers, cum laude. Thomas Colleen Landry. Sarah Isabel Langer. Stephanie Elizabeth Langlois, magna cum laude. Leanna Lurake. Christopher James Loudenbach, magna cum laude. Nakia Ray Leach, cum laude. Jonathan Ting E. Lee. Michael Gerard Lethen, magna cum laude. Runong Lee, cum laude. Shao Li. Silu Lin, magna cum laude. Nicholas John Liotta, magna cum laude. Juliana M. Liu, magna cum laude. Michaela Cara Livigny. Isabel Loco. Rowan Josephine Lowell, magna cum laude. Anki Liu. Sierra Margaret Luciano, magna cum laude. Hannah Patricia Lytle, magna cum laude. Gabrielle Marie Magan, magna cum laude. Rebecca Elizabeth Maitland, magna cum laude. Angela Mary Frances Malice. Emery Elizabeth Manjuli. Annabelle Marcelino. Andrew Dowd Mason. Elizabeth Ann Mason. George Carey Matheson. Linnea Elizabeth Mayfield, magna cum laude. Liam Patrick McCafferty. Connor Stephen McDonald. Brendan Eric McLahenny. Claire Catherine McIntyre, magna cum laude. Kyle McNichol. Michelle Gabriella Menacho, magna cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Marin, cum laude. Julie Ruth Mickish, cum laude. Jamel Devonte Miller. Alice Moe, cum laude. Luis Molina. Emily Rose Monfort. Catherine Claire Mooney. Olivia Claire Moriarty. Nathan Zachary Morse. Saba C. Mundley, magna cum laude. Emily Marie Munson, cum laude. Dean Naji. Kyle Anthony Neal. Jake Dennis Newberry. Bridget Mary Nicholson. Kamran Ali Norian. Holly Marie Norberg. Annika Elizabeth Shawcross Nozel. Biliana Novokovic, cum laude. Scott Edward Ogle, summa cum laude. Austin Joseph O'Malley. Ian Patrick Oppolet, summa cum laude. Sarah Topol Ostroff. Sierra Linda Padilla, magna cum laude. Amulia Palaksha. Frances Hazeltine Palmer, cum laude. Lucy Carmela Nkonde Palmieri. Elizabeth Rose Parent, cum laude. Zachary Matthew Parsons. Eloise Yates Peebles, cum laude. Aaron Charles Peckham. Erin Marie Pinksa. Sarah Jane Petrangelo. Caitlin Marie Peary, cum laude. Stephen Jacob Pinsky, cum laude. Chonapa Pokachayapat. Sarah McKenna Purdon. Xiao Tong Si, cum laude. Wei Yi Kion. Amelia Helen Casada Nyland. John Charles Quigley. Sebastian Francisco Quijano. Paula Quinones. Christina Margaret Reddy. Lydia Rose Reagan, cum laude. Megan Catherine Roberts, cum laude. Courtney Elizabeth Roque, cum laude. Thomas Garrett Rosenzweig, cum laude. Heather May Rotman. Alyssa Montgomery Russell, cum laude. Jessica Ryavin. Nora Lynn Salzberg, cum laude. Alexa Johanna Sanchez. Jose Alejandro Sanchez Estevez. Joseph Anthony Santagate, cum laude, baseball. Sarah Christina Santini Duran. Joseph Michael Sapienti. Jensine Helen Schneekloth. Rebecca Lauren Seifert, cum laude. Decky Selden, cum laude. Justin Michael Seller, baseball. Emily Cameron Sinton. Drew Robert Seckenbaum, magna cum laude. Molly Kathleen Shea. Ao Shi, magna cum laude. Wenzhao Shi, magna cum laude. Rebecca Nayeon Shin, cum laude. Mir Singh. Emerson Collins Sester. Linnea Elizabeth Smiley, magna cum laude. Walker Smock. Hashim Ali Sufan. Dylan Alexander Souter. Abigail Rose Spanier, magna cum laude. Ellen Elizabeth Spence. Genevieve Lizette Spies, cum laude. Audrey Elizabeth Spina, magna cum laude. Nathan Gregory Steele. Sam Michael Steinfeld. Acadia Cummings Stevens. Anna Mackenzie Strock, cum laude. Alexander Clayton Sugarman, magna cum laude. Brendan Michael Sullivan. Madeline Maraid Sullivan, cum laude. Utong Soon. William Sproul Sweet. Munima Amunidin Sayed. Francisco Javier Tamargo Garcia, cum laude. Maria Allegra Ines Wilson Tambunting. Bjorg Soborg Texel, magna cum laude. Joanna Juliet Tima, cum laude. Kayla Cherie Thomas. Michelle Lynn Trainer. Jaylene Marie Tripoloni. Asher Brandfunbrenner Trout, magna cum laude. Kunjong Funsho Shoden Tereng, cum laude. Tristan James Tucker. Isabel Sophia Turner Debs, summa cum laude. Elena Smith Umland, cum laude. Alec John Ueki. Jillian Louise Valerio, magna cum laude. Krista Marie Van Bruggen. Adrian Elizabeth Vergith Hill, cum laude. Sebastian Villasus. Valentina Villa, cum laude. Lane Vitkovich. Iris Hope Bintan Wade. Chandler Louise Wallish. Morgan Catherine Walsh. Margaret Jean Walton. Ten Wang, magna cum laude. Caleb Griffin Caffrey Wassler, magna cum laude. Wyatt Hugh Waz Piper. Sean Kevin Guy Bernard Weinstein. Helen Frances Weldon, cum laude. Samantha Rose Wendland. Bryn Nicole Werner, summa cum laude. Connor James West, cum laude. Sarah Emily Wulon Witchley. Catherine Macaulay Wilkinson, cum laude. Cameron Joseph Williams. Phyllis Williams Williamson, cum laude. Emma Jude Willing. Samantha Lauren Yeager, cum laude. Ketzing Yang. Yi Yang. Catherine Isabel Yates. Lin Wei Yin. Luta Yoda, magna cum laude. Joe David Yoshi. Samuel Donald Zarfos. Aldern Richard Zeff, cum laude. Sharon Zhang. Raymond J. Zhang, magna cum laude. Taya Marie Ziegler. Abraham Green Ziner, cum laude. Emily Louise Zinsley.
It is with great pleasure and pride that I salute you, Wheaton's class of 2017 and our newest alumni. You may now switch your tassels from the right to the left. I would like to call upon Jane A. Martin, class of 74, parent class of 11, to welcome the class of 2017 to the Alumni Association. Jane.
President Hanno, honorary degree recipients, fellow trustees, faculty, parents, fellow alumni and alumni, friends, and you, the class of 2017. It is my honor to welcome you as the newest alumni and alumni of Wheaton College, making you part of Wheaton's largest constituency of over 19,000 women and men. We have been waiting for you. You are now part of the long procession that preceded you today, joining graduates from the class of 1947 through 2016. We are honored to have members of the class of 47 here today celebrating their 70th. Like you, they graduated and entered the world amid massive global changes in politics and science, which ushered in the atomic age. You too enter a world of similar political seismic shifts and minute-by-minute changes in the digital and social media age. But whatever the year of your graduation, we all share the same ability to navigate the world using our Wheaton experience as a common lens. I'd like to ask the 2017 class officers, Forrest Sung and Rebecca Smith, to please come forward to present your class banner. This beautiful class banner, made by the class of 2017, will become part of Wheaton's legacy. When you return for your first reunion in 2019, you will carry this banner in the academic procession. I'm a proud alumna, member of the class of 1974, and my son graduated in 2011. My Wheaton degree is something I treasure, which is why I continue to devote my volunteer time to Wheaton. Like me, the alumni and alumni who are celebrating their reunions today have stories to tell and memories to share with you and one another. But do me a favor. Look to your left. Now look to your right. Remember the faces sitting next to you. As you sit here, let a quick show of the past 4 years run on your own internal YouTube. Cherish these memories and remember that Wheaton will always be your home. Wheaton alumni and alumni live in cities and towns throughout the nation and across the world, from Cape Cod to Cape Town, from New London to London. We will be your neighbors and friends. If you are moving for a new job or grad school, contact the Wheaton Regional Club in that city. You'll need housing, perhaps a moving company, or a physician. You may need to know about neighborhoods, local transportation systems, or even where to find a good auto mechanic. We're here to help you with these questions and anything else you can think of. We are your Wheaton family, and we are here for you. As chair of the Alumni and Alumni Board of Directors, I'm honored to work with a group of 20 dedicated alums who are elected to represent you, the alumni body. While you will soon be leaving the bubble of Norton, please know that you are now and forever a member of the Alumni and Alumni Association. In closing, it is important for you to know and remember that you stand on the shoulders of those who have come before you, who have provided their loyal support to the college. You have made your first gift to the Wheaton Fund as seniors, and I thank you for your generous spirit. The senior class gift will help to ensure the same kind of academic experience that you had for all of those who come after you. Volunteer, donate to the Wheaton Fund, attend sports events in your area, but above all, come back home frequently. Become a class officer, regional coordinator, member of the alumni board, or even someday an alumni trustee. Wheaton will always benefit from what you have to offer. You are now part of the legacy, and it is your turn to allow others to balance on your shoulders. Congratulations to all of you. Welcome to this large, sometimes unruly body of friends and neighbors we call the Alumni Association. May you have life and have it abundantly. Best of luck to you. We are so proud of you.
It is now time to bring these ceremonies to a close. I hope that you will join us at the conclusion of the ceremony for our celebration reception on Chapel Field to my right overlooking Peacock Pond. For alumni, the reunion luncheon is taking place in Chase Dining Hall. And for those of you who will need to return to your cars at the Norton High School or Pine Street parking lots, shuttle buses will continue to run until 4:30 p.m. At the completion of the anthem, please remain seated during the recessional while the platform party, graduates, and faculty are led out by the Clan Sutherland Bagpipe Band. To close this, would everyone please join in singing the Wheaton anthem led by Deanna Biddy. Please stand.